Transforming the voice within us from a critic to a mentor is the essence of personal growth. Remember, the words we whisper to ourselves in solitude can shape our destiny.
Have you ever noticed yourself thinking, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough"? We all have moments where we're tough on ourselves, but imagine if we could turn those thoughts around and be our biggest supporter instead of our toughest critic. Today, we'll learn how to stop the negative chatter in our heads and start talking to ourselves in a kinder, more positive way. First, let's figure out what negative self-talk means. It's those times when we think badly about ourselves or doubt what we can do. Everyone has these thoughts sometimes, which can come from experiences we've had, people's stories, or the pressure we feel from the world around us. It's important to know that this negative self-talk can make us feel pretty bad and stop us from trying new things or believing in ourselves. Why should we care about stopping negative self-talk? Well, it doesn't just make us feel bad at the moment. It can also make us more stressed or anxious over time, mess with our confidence, and even make it hard to get along with others. Getting a handle on it can significantly affect how happy and confident we feel. Now, how do we catch ourselves in the act of negative self-talk? It's like playing detective with your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're thinking, especially when things get tough. Do you notice any repeat offenders? Phrases like, "I'll never be good at this," or "What's the point in trying?" are big clues. These thoughts can give us hints about the not-so-helpful beliefs we have about ourselves. One tip is to keep a notebook for your thoughts. Whenever you catch yourself being negative, could you write it down? What were you doing? What exactly did you think, and how did it make you feel? After a while, you'll start to see patterns. Certain situations make you more negative than others, or you're always hard on yourself about the same few things. Seeing these patterns is the first step to changing them. It's all about noticing what we're thinking so we can start thinking differently. Remember, figuring out your negative self-talk isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about understanding and being kind to yourself to change those negative thoughts into something positive. With some practice, we can all learn to be the supportive friend we need right inside our heads. Now that we've learned how to spot our negative self-talk, the next step is to challenge and change these thoughts. It's like being a judge in the court of your mind. When a negative thought pops up, it's time to ask questions. Is this thought true? Would I say this to a friend? Often you'll find that these thoughts aren't as accurate as they seem. Changing these thoughts starts with turning the negatives into positives. If you think, "I can't do anything right," try telling yourself, "I can learn from my mistakes and do better next time." It's about giving yourself the same kindness and support you'd give to someone you care about. This doesn't mean ignoring the tough stuff, but approaching it with a more helpful and hopeful mindset. This step might feel awkward at first, and that's okay. It's a big change from how we're used to talking to ourselves. But with a little practice every day, it becomes easier. Think of it as training your brain, just like you would train a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger and more positive your mind will become. Creating a new habit of positive self-talk is like planting a garden. It takes time, care, and regular attention. A great way to nurture this habit is by setting aside a few minutes each day for positive reflection. And think of 3 things you're looking forward to in the morning. Or at night, you could reflect on 3 things that went well that day. Another helpful tool is positive affirmations. These are short, powerful statements that focus on your strengths and goals. Saying things like, "I am capable of overcoming challenges," or "I am worthy of respect and kindness," helps boost your mood and confidence. Write them down, say them out loud, or even post them where you'll see them daily. Remember, building a positive self-talk routine doesn't happen overnight. It's all about taking small steps and being consistent. And on days when it feels hard, that's okay too. It's part of the process. The important thing is to keep going, keep practicing, and gradually you'll see a shift in how you think and feel about yourself. The environment we create for ourselves plays a big part in how we think and feel. so it makes sense to surround ourselves with positivity. This means spending time with people who lift us and make us feel good about ourselves. It also means engaging with books, movies, and music that inspire and make us feel positive. Think of your surroundings as a garden. Just like plants thrive in the right conditions, so do our minds with the right kind of positivity around us. It's also helpful to set boundaries with negativity, whether with people or media that bring us down. This doesn't mean we ignore the reality of tough situations, but choose where to focus our energy. Creating a more positive environment gives our minds a better place to grow and flourish. And in this space, positive self-talk becomes even easier because it's supported by what's around us. As we work on changing our self-talk, it's important to recognize and celebrate our progress. This journey isn't just about reaching a destination and appreciating how far we've come. Did you catch yourself before a negative thought took hold? Did you replace a harsh word with a kind one? These are big wins in the process of transforming our self-talk. Celebrating these moments encourages us to keep going and reinforces the positive changes we're making. One way to celebrate progress is by keeping a success journal. Please write down the moments you're proud of, no matter how small they seem. Over time, you'll have a record of your journey and see just how much you've grown. This can be a powerful reminder when things feel tough, showing you that change is possible and you can make it happen. An essential step in transforming our self-talk involves practicing mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness teaches us to be present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. We can observe our negative self-talk without getting caught up in it by paying attention to the here and now. This awareness gives us the power to pause and choose a more positive response instead. Gratitude, on the other hand, shifts our focus to what's good in our lives. It's about recognizing the value of what we have and our experiences, even the challenging ones. Try to think of a few things you're grateful for every day. It could be as simple as a sunny day, a good meal, or your progress on this journey. Gratitude fills our minds with positive thoughts and reduces the space for negativity. Integrating mindfulness and gratitude into your daily routine can start with just a few minutes each day. Whether meditation, journaling, or simply taking a moment to reflect, these practices help build a foundation of positive self-talk. They remind us to appreciate the present and find joy in the small things, reinforcing a positive outlook on life. While changing negative self-talk is a journey we can start on our own, there's strength in seeking support when needed. Talking to friends, family, or a professional can provide encouragement, perspective, and tools to help us on our way. Knowing we're not alone in this struggle sometimes makes all the difference. If you find that negative self-talk is deeply rooted or impacting your life significantly, reaching out for professional help can be crucial. Therapists and counselors are trained to help us understand and change the patterns of our thoughts. They can offer strategies and support tailored to our individual needs. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength and an important part of caring for our mental health. Everyone's journey is unique, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. The most important thing is to keep moving forward, using the available tools and support. By doing so, you're taking positive steps towards a healthier mindset and a more fulfilling life. A key part of improving our self-talk involves accepting our imperfections. It's about accepting ourselves as we are, flaws and all, and recognizing that perfection is an unrealistic goal. Imperfections make us human and unique. They're not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth and learning. By accepting our imperfections, we reduce the pressure on ourselves to be perfect, and in turn, lessen the negative self-talk that comes from not meeting impossible standards. Start by reminding yourself that it's okay not to be perfect. When you notice you're being hard on yourself for a mistake or a flaw, pause and reframe your thoughts. Instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as a chance to learn something new or to improve. This shift in perspective can significantly change how you talk to yourself, making your inner voice more forgiving and supportive. Maintaining a balanced perspective is crucial in the process of stopping negative self-talk. This means looking at situations from different angles and not letting our negative thoughts dominate our thinking. It's easy to fall into the trap of blowing things out of proportion or seeing only the wrong side of a situation. But by actively seeking out the positive aspects and acknowledging that challenges are part of life, we can keep our thoughts balanced and our self-talk constructive. Practicing this balanced perspective can start with simple daily exercises. When faced with a challenge or negative thought, ask yourself, what's another way to look at this? What can I learn from it? What are the positives? This practice not only helps reduce negative self-talk, but also builds resilience and a more optimistic outlook on life. Throughout this journey, remember that changing the way we talk to ourselves takes time and patience. There will be ups and downs, but each step forward is progress. We can create a kinder, more supportive inner dialogue by accepting our imperfections, seeking support, practicing gratitude, and maintaining a balanced perspective. And with this positive self-talk, we open the doors to a more confident and fulfilling life. We've journeyed through the landscape of our inner dialogue, exploring ways to shift from self-criticism to self-support. It's a path that requires awareness, effort, and patience. Remember, transforming negative self-talk into positive affirmations isn't an overnight change but a gradual process. Every day offers a new opportunity to practice and strengthen this skill. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes to approach ourselves with kindness and compassion. As we wrap up our guide, let's commit to being mindful of our self-talk. Let's speak to ourselves with the kindness we would offer a good friend. This commitment to positive self-talk is a commitment to our well-being and happiness. It's about creating a supportive inner world that reflects in our outer world, influencing our relationships, achievements, and overall quality of life. Remember the tools and strategies we've discussed in moments of doubt or challenge. From accepting our imperfections to maintaining a balanced perspective, each step is a building block toward a more positive and empowered self. And when the journey feels daunting, recall the progress you've already made. Every effort counts, and every step forward is valuable. Thank you for joining us on this journey towards positive self-talk. It's a journey worth taking, with each step opening new doors to confidence, resilience, and joy. Keep moving forward, practicing, and let your positive inner voice guide you to a brighter, more fulfilling future.